Temperatures have not been too bad for this morning. We're in those 40s and 50s across the bluegrass, so you'll probably just want a light jacket. That's about all you'll need. We've got winds already gusting up to 15-20 miles an hour for us in a lot of places, and we'll continue to see those ramping up into this afternoon, gusting close to 30-35 miles an hour for later on. So we will expect some rain chances for our day today. You're probably not going to want to have the umbrella. You'll want to leave that at home. The umbrellas and the winds gusting like this, just not a good mix. Opt for the rain jacket instead. We've had some cloud cover that's been moving in, some scattered drizzle that we can expect through these next couple of hours, especially towards the northwest is where we're going to see that, but rain chances still not that impressive. It's not until we get until later on we start to see a little bit more activity around 1 p.m. still looking fairly quiet for most of us. By 3 p.m. that's when we start to see the line of showers and thunderstorms forming. Now most of these storms that we're going to be watching going to be towards the southwest. That's where we could see some of them getting a little bit stronger, and you can already see that they're a little more organized, a little bit stronger than the ones that we're seeing up towards the northeast. So we're watching that area through the early afternoon. As we head into this evening, forming a little bit more of a line, a little less of a severe or strong threat, probably still some gusty winds and some pretty heavy downpours, some lightning, but not going to be watching for a lot of that severe threat. That's mainly towards the south that we're going to be really looking for that. Could see some of it seeping up to the north and east. Not very likely though. As we head towards dinner time, you can see towards the northwest already cleared out in a lot of areas. So here in Lexington by later on this afternoon, early evening, we're already done with those storm chances. It's only towards the southeast that we're going to be seeing that. As we head into our nighttime by 10, we should see that be pretty much over. We're almost completely dry by the time that we get to midnight, just some cloud cover left over. Temperatures won't be too bad as we head into Saturday, and we look to stay dry during our day. That's some good news for this weekend. Back to that severe threat though, we do have that level 2 risk towards the southwest where I already pointed out the best chance for some of those stronger storms are going to be. Others in a level 1 risk conditional threat that we have for today. That means we might see some of those stronger storms if we are able to get a lot more energy into the atmosphere. That's not really looking probable. That's not the most likely scenario that we'll have. Most likely just some typical thunderstorms. But if we do see 1 or 2 of those storms be able to strengthen, we could see some larger hailstones, some gustier winds. Very low tornado risk for us for today, but that risk isn't necessarily zero. So we'll want to stay weather aware, but we're not expecting severe weather to happen. It's just a slight possibility. As we head through our day Saturday, I already mentioned we're going to stay dry. That's great news for our solid blue forecast because the dryness continues on into the overnight hours. Now that game doesn't start until 7:30, so that sun will already be set. Definitely on that chillier side, you'll probably want a couple of layers for you. As we go into Saturday night, Sunday morning, we've got a cold front that's going to be pushing through. That'll bring us some chances for some showers. Some of those showers possibly transitioning into snow as that moves through. Now, the good news here is we're not looking for a lot in terms of snow accumulations. We could maybe also get a few flakes squeezed out of some of these clouds that we'll see for our Monday. But for the most part, it's really Sunday night into Monday morning that we could see that. So if we look at futurecast snow, you can see there's mostly towards that Virginia border that we're going to see the potential for any kind of accumulation, but soil temperatures are going to be more than 40 degrees heading into this weekend. So snow accumulation not likely in most areas. Even if we see some flakes up here in Lexington or in Richmond, Mount Vernon, you might only see a light dusting on elevated surfaces, if anything. So no travel impacts expected, just some cold temperatures and a few flurries through the air. So we're watching our day on Friday this afternoon. Make sure you have ways to stay weather aware, such as that ABC 36 weather app. We're dry for UK on Saturday, Sunday. The opening of deer season looking like a little bit of a rough one with some rain and snow chances. Then for Monday, you'll want to have the gloves and hats ready because we're starting off only in the 20s. Now,